Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Yo,
There's a sound. Are we recording? Are we recording?
Recording for you, from you, to you live. With the 920 Science Lab, Surgery, Wisconsin.
Where's that? Where is that?
A Twoface media presentation. Here we go. A Just Directions production.
Yes.
The Science Projects Volume 1. As always, Twoface Media, My Society, Justice Squad, Grind Mode, You know what it is, what it was, and what it will be.
That's what it is.
The art can only be visualized using the third eye. Control terrain like the moon controls tides. Waves like landslides, that's the power of mind. The power of mind puts me in tune with the greatest of all time. Planets align cause we put them in line. Underground, crust and core, now we rooted the sky. You should know, from the grind we get busy. From the proper introduction, just direction is bear with me. Matter of fact, it's capped arm on the rap lord. Mic whipper, beat flipper, plus we got more in store. Check the dossier, you're checking with the proteges. Are checking every box, better certified. Twoface. The ball rush will get you bumps crushed, promise. You fucks get touched with the surplus of uppercuts. The track record isn't one to disrespect the alliance of the gods, the science projects. This is how sound hits the body. It can make a whole crowd get rowdier. This is how sound hits the brain. It can make your whole thought process change. This is how sound hits the spirit and can change your whole life when you hear it up. This is how sound can affect influences of real music, the science projects.
Let it echo through 'em, ain't no disputing. Rhymes is pain, grace, gang, wave a boss rootin'. Y'all can get that special op chop, nah, that's Putin. KGB 80 feet away, ballistic knife through 'em. Who in the fuck you think you doing, fooling? I got more dragging on the floor than your whitey tighties ever saw to hold your tooling. And that's raw, please believe him, CAD could be the midst of the fog. We're home when you choosing. I spin kick 2 times like I'm tagging Brucing. These motherfuckers hit the sideline, do a stretch and get loose. And I ended the game and stayed through the cuts and the bruises. Got torpedoes for the ones with the loose lips. New shit, ain't no coming back from that, you get a new number. Who this? And this is all sound, just prepare for the new shit. I'm the right hand of the Exodus when it leads the revolutions. Twoface Media, Scotty beaming me up from new solutions.
This is how sound hits the body. It can make a whole crowd get rowdier. This is how sound hits the brain. It can make your whole thought process change. This is how sound hits the spirit and can change your whole life when you hear it up. This is how sound can affect influences of real music, the science projects.
Courage, wisdom, and power, yo, that's Triforce. Guide hordes known as friends that we die for. No family ties, but ride heavy with minds who seek hearts of familiar types. The phantom stalking a steeple. I'm not your ordinary curse, I'm like the hand of the people. Man who deceive you, stricken with boils and burns. Oil and urns, my power comes from soil dispersed, you dig it? What I'm bringing, winging heavy and hard. Many who spar and end at setting any above. I levy the Lord, connected by a glowing appendage. Nothing physical in nature, but the growth is tremendous. I render tragedies that are lethal the most. Poisonous prose, strange misleading to ghosts. Now in one hand I carry the flame, the other holds a flame that I'm always proud to display.
Twoface. This is how sound hits the body. It can make a whole crowd get rowdier. This is how sound hits the brain. It can make your whole thought process change. This is how sound hits the spirit and can change your whole life when you hear it up. This is how sound can affect influences of real music, the science projects. This is how sound hits the body. It can make a whole crowd get rowdier. This is how sound hits the brain. It can make your whole thought process change. This is how sound hits the spirit and can change your whole life when you hear it up. This is how sound can affect influences of real music, the science projects.
Yo, bro, fuck bro.
Fuck, bro.
No, too busy eating my taffy.
Yeah, he's eating a taffy of the Laffy variety, which I have to make a comment on. Yo, people at Laffy Taffy, I appreciate you guys for keeping Sparkly Cherry alive because I found it in a couple different places and that shit slaps. But y'all need to get that fucking watermelon boy back with the fucking seeds in it. The little fucking candy seeds. Fuck this fake ass watermelon without the candy seeds that we grew up on. Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, bring that shit back.
Without the seeds?
They make it without the seeds, bro. There's no seeds in the watermelon one anymore. That was the best part.
Man.
The little
No
crunchy
joke,
seeds,
man.
bro. They fucking man, so much better. Yeah, shout out to the homie Nate Nasty for Laffy and some taffy here. My brother I Be Bumpin' could not make it. He is actually off on a journey to Mordor. There is a bracelet that he has to throw into a volcano. Obviously not as high of a priority as a ring, so there's no movies or anything about that, but it's work that has to be done. Sometimes those shakers and movers don't take trophies, don't take fucking thrones. They just do that fucking dirty work. And I Be Bumpin' is one of those guys that's not afraid to get in there and get his fucking hands dirty. So we appreciate him for throwing Oof Boy bracelet into the fucking turtle hellfire of the volcano. We've got a busy week here as a team. We got a lot of musical stuff going on. We got a lot of shows. We got a lot of stuff like that. But we have kind of come to the consensus that regardless of all that stuff, we still want to make sure that we are delivering this podcast for everybody that's been tuning in. We appreciate all of you guys for continuing to support the podcast. Everybody that sends in music, we appreciate you guys putting yourselves out there and allowing yourselves to be critiqued honestly. I know it's something that's not easy for everybody, but I do believe it is something that's beneficial for any artist that's looking to grow and improve, or even just learn about how people perceive their music. I think it's a good tool, and it's something that we want to continue to offer. So that being said, tonight there's not going to be 10 or 15 songs in a fucking 2.5 hour, 3 hour episode as we normally would do. I think we picked 5 or 6 out of the barrel that was up next. We're gonna get through those, and then next week hopefully we'll be back with our regular scheduled fuckery with the whole team and all kinds of music, because we've had a lot of people sending stuff in, and that is dope as hell. That you guys continue to send stuff in, and we keep getting new artists who have completely different styles, and that shit is just so fucking dope.
Agreed.
Fuck, bro.
Hell yeah. So we've got a MP3 file for this first one. And it pulled up like really fucking weird for some reason.
Oh, that might be on my end.
When I pulled the stream up, it's just like a very long play button in the middle, and it pulled our videos up to the middle of the screen too. I don't know how that happened. It still is totally fine. Yeah, so we've got a track. Who is this?
This is AT.
AT. Okay, yeah. So we checked AT out last week for the first time. The track is called "Messing Around."
I believe so. This is how the MP3 is labeled.
Messing Around. Hopefully, paying homage to the old Ray Charles track, "The Messing Around." Extra couple of points for that. Oh, there we go. This is what I expected to see. The blue decoupage background.
Yeah, the
power
visualizer.
Explosion. This is actually a picture of a blue waffle, for those who may wonder. That's what a blue waffle is.
Oh, I see it.
I see it. So yeah, let's get into this. AT, Messing Around.
Fuck, bro.
Up in this bitch. Grandma, don't listen to this shit. Fucking around me, having fun in the stew. Fucking around me, smoking buzz on the stool. I have precision with that door, stay smooth. Sit down and listen and just watch how I move. Jump in this shit. I don't need no damn hesitation, hop in this bitch. She said it faster than no hesitation. I'm on my shit. We fucking to my new playlist. I have a secret. I'm in love with the gay shit. The only time I love it is when 2 girls do it. Had a chance of 3, but my dumb ass blew it. None of this to eat me, so I bent to and shoot it. But there are others better cheeks, and then when there, I knew it. Shit free. I'm ready for that shit. On me, I was not up in that shit. On me, I was all up in a friend. Her body, her blonde answered in my sense. I was sliding so perfectly, she called me a veteran. She moving kinda circly when I was in a skeleton. Had a couple minutes hoping my shit was so excellent. When I finally got the call back 3 days later, I was relevant. Y'all already know I gotta lick the toast. Y'all already know I gotta slip the draws. Stand up straight, chill, sliding on my span. That you walk back in the room, I ate a poke rind. Rub my nose, that shit is waste time. She said run it back, cause she's in her prime time. I said sure, I'll do it for this one time. Took a step back, she was tripping, clip it over time. Her legs brown like wheat bread, shit is spreadable. One time, wet shot, I know my shit incredible. 2 time, another time, different one collectible. She left her leg go, private butts unsettable. Calling back, you already know she addicted to this. 2 in the bed, 1 helping assist. She want another round, fuck it, let's make it quick. Bump, kiss, bliss, fucking pants go zip.
Fuck Bro, that was AT with Messing Around. And real quick, before we get into me having one of you guys offer the feedback, Nate, can you play that MP3 just for yourself, not streaming it, and see if it's got that distortion? Because I could tell based on how Space was checking his headphones, I had a similar feel. I think we all kind of heard that similar thing. I just want to make sure it's not on the stream side and it's more on so we can give more.
What distortion are you talking about?
With the bass peaking a lot and competing with his vocals.
Yeah, what it sounds like to me is, that's the compressor duct. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes people sidechain this shit too, and sometimes it causes that duct as well. But I got a feeling that that's just them using the compressor and not actually mixing.
I'm not getting any.
You're
I'm
not
not getting any
that
feedback, but it is very, very strong.
I'm still has that crunchness. Okay. Well, Space. Yeah, I'll let you lead us off because it sounds like you have some mix engineer knowledge about what could possibly be going on here.
Yeah, well, I was gonna bring it up to you guys to see if you guys have the same issue because it sounds like every time that bass hits, everything else cuts out. Like everything else goes far back into the background, to the point where I can't even hear that anything else is going on in the track. So a lot of times that is just from using compression to master your tracks. Like I said, like sometimes people will side chain shit, so like if they side chain the fucking vocals, well, no, because it wasn't just the vocals that ducked out, fucking everything ducked out. So yeah, man, it's hard to give any other feedback on this track because like with those bass hits as frequently as they were, like I couldn't hear shit. I couldn't hear anything else that was going on in the track. When the bass cut out, there were moments where like the bass dropped out. It sounded like he was doing his thing, it sounded like he had the flow locked in and all that shit. Lyrically, I didn't hear anything super impressive. Overall, like the vibe of the track isn't anything that I was really feeling. You know what I'm saying? But I think I missed a lot of the content, and if whatever quality is there to it, I missed it because of those bass knots just drowning everything out. So if that's the way the track is, I definitely have to give this a no. Yeah. But I mean, shit like that, like I kind of hopefully that's what it is because I mean, like that shit can be fixed pretty easy, especially if you have the stems for the beat. It really is just a lot of like EQing, turning the bass down, just making sure everything sits in the mix proper before you fucking bounce it out for your master. But yeah. I'm gonna give this one a no.
And that's something just because you're talking about how easy that is to fix, and it is something that we do tend to offer to artists. I know you offer it as a mix engineer. Space Case, aka Jester Exodus Beats, is also a mix engineer, extremely reasonably priced. I mean, he's an artist. He fucking gets what it is. He's all about creating high quality art and helping you create a high quality art too. So I always recommend to anybody that sets stuff that gets feedback mostly on the mixes. To get a hold of those stems and reach out to us. We do have a lot of stuff going on, but we can always work in time to try and get you guys sounding the way so that you guys kind of understand where we're coming from. When you get to hear the track professionally mixed, you can kind of get a greater appreciation, and start getting into other detailing and things like that too. So I definitely encourage, not just AT, but anybody that gets feedback on mixes and stuff like that, to reach out to Twoface Media on Facebook. We've got 920 Studios and we've got 218 Studios. I know DW Underground, our brother from Sweden, also does a pretty damn good job on his mixing and mastering too. So we've got members on the team that can always help you elevate the game and pass on the knowledge so that we can keep the culture strong. Nasty.
I didn't really get, like you said it, the vocals and the whole beat was kind of dropping out when those bass pounds were hitting, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't getting that.
Crazy.
So I emailed you guys the song, just in case. But yeah, hopefully that's not an issue going forward. But what I heard, like the lyrics, they were entertaining. I don't think they were entertaining in a good way. For me, speaking from me personally, nothing really too fantastic there. The mix definitely needed some work from what I heard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a no. There wasn't a hook. It was just like 2 minutes of what I could say even sounded like a freestyle at parts.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm giving that a no.
Okay. Yeah, I've got it almost pulled up here. I'm gonna check it out after, um, either at between songs or something, and just kind of see if it is on the stream side or if it's more on the actual track itself. But yeah, I definitely hear what both of these guys are saying, and I think that's why I addressed it before we even got into the feedback. Is that there was a pretty considerable distortion coming through when that bass knocks to the point where, well, I say distortion, that might not even be the right word, but more so like your vocals were competing way too much with something that really couldn't be competed with. And to me, with that bass too, even if your vocals weren't in there, if I was just listening to the beat, I feel like for me it was definitely um, is I don't know if it was peaking or if it was just not mixed properly. But it definitely did take away from the ability for us to really pick apart what you were saying. I think on our side, or at least for the stream, it was very difficult to hear. And I know, at least in my experience with tracks, like fucking streaming something versus listening to the MP3, listening to something direct, every time you're adding in an extra channel, it does lower that quality a little bit. So this could be a situation where the quality was already low enough to where once it gets streamed, it's almost impossible to hear through all that stuff. So it could be a situation like that where this doesn't sound as bad as it sounds on stream, but it still sounds like it does need a considerable amount of work on the mix side of things, in order to give meaningful feedback on the content that was in there. For me too, the one good thing I can say is I do think that with stems and with like your recording quality, I think your recording quality sounded good from what I could tell in between stuff, or like in the intro when there wasn't as much of a beat going on. Hearing how your vocals sounded, it sounds like you've got a decent mic. You got your vocals kind of, you've got your recording setup figured out. So that makes me think that, with that other element of being able to get everything kind of sounding good together, it'd be a lot easier to give a more meaningful and in-depth feedback on the track itself. But yeah, I think that's definitely where you got to start with this one. And I also have to give it a no, because I can't really connect with anything, because it's so hard to pick out between what's going on there. So, like I said before, man, definitely hit us up on Facebook, hit up Twoface Media, hit up Space Case directly, hit up IB Bumpin', DW Underground. I know the whole team is always willing to, if whichever one you reach out to isn't able to help you at the time. I know that we're always talking to each other, so we'll definitely make sure we each take care of it. We get stuff sounding as good as it can sound, because that's at the end of the day when you're making music, that's what you're here to do. And real quick, actually, I'm just fast forwarding where it's.
Attention, I'm on my shit. You fucking to my new playlist. I have a secret. I'm in love with the gay shit.
Okay, it did sound. Yeah, it does sound like it's not as distorted as it sounds coming through the stream, but there is definitely still some peaking going on with that bass, and the bass is still kind of overlapping and overpowering everything else going on. Like, you can definitely hear it in the MP3 if you just play that space. You can hear a lot more of what he's saying. But it even in that case, it still needs the mix to be brought up before it's even worth evaluating the other stuff. You know, I think flow sounded good, voice sounded good. Like I said, hard to pick out the content, and layout of the song too. I'm cool with that too. Like I don't think there's one way to skin a cat when it comes to laying down a track. I don't think you have to have a hook. I don't think it has to be 16 bar verses. I think you can have tracks like that where you're just snapping and talking that shit. I think that's dope too.
Especially what was the duration of this? Like 2.5 minutes or something?
Right, it wasn't crazy long.
Yeah, it was short.
Keeps you engaged. So I think that there's definitely redeeming qualities, but I'd like to hear it. I'd like to hear it mixed properly. What do we got next? Nasty.
Next we have Warden with Charlotte's Web.
Ooh. Shout out to the homie Mad World Apothecary. That's the brother, that's the team, for sending this one in. And also shout out to Jimmy, the frontman of Warden, for cleaning up one of his old performance mics that has been out of commission for a little bit over a year. And letting me take that on my little show run here so I don't have to catch another fucking illness. I fucking appreciate you, man. Let's check this fucking track.
Oh, this is on YouTube, huh?
It's on YouTube.
Nice.
Fuck, bro.
Fuck, bro! That was Warden with Charlotte's Web demo, which means that might not even be the final version. Nate Nasty.
I liked it. I've heard this live before. I think he did it at the New Year's show that we went to. If I'm mistaken, I'm a jackass, but whatever. Um, I want to say when he did it live, he had more stank on it, and it was like a different experience. Like this was more mild. But yeah, I like the track. I would add it to the playlist.
So it's a yes from Nate Nasty. Jester Exodus Beats.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give it a yes. There's a lot of things that I like about this. Um, I know it's just a demo, so it's like I know the mix can be improved, will be improved. Um, I don't know. Do we know how old this is?
When was I posted?
I'll look 1 second. I gotta pull it up again.
Okay, well, regardless. So this track might still be a work in progress, but it's definitely, I don't know, man. I've been listening to a lot of like fucking stoner rock and like sludge metal, and the sound quality of a lot of that shit isn't the best, but um, it doesn't take away from the experience of the track. So even it being a demo version, like that doesn't bother me one bit.
It's been out
And there's
for
a
a
lot of
year.
okay, so I mean, this might be a track that might have just got kicked to the side and they might have moved on from it. So we might not hear an updated version of this. Who knows? But either way, it's still a dope track, man. Um, I hear I hear some fucking Stone Temple Pilots influence in there. It even reminds me musically of some fucking Alice in Chains, just like some of the clever overlapping of like different fucking guitar style, guitar riffs and shit like that. Like, um, yeah, man. And then the breakdowns are always a nice fucking touch. The vocal style, I don't know. I wasn't. I'm not like blown away by the vocal style, but like I like how he's layered, um, and is flexing multiple vocal styles kind of over on top of each other and shit like that. It's pretty fucking slick. So it's a tight song. I'm gonna give it a yes.
Hell yeah. Bro, this shit was fucking fire. I fucking really, really enjoyed this track. As most people would know, like hip hop was definitely not my first love musically by any means. First foray as being an artist, but I used to fucking listen, and I still listen to a lot of different variants of rock and fucking, from everything from fucking metal to folk shit to fucking old weird fucking obscure indie rock. Like I there's a place for almost all of that on my playlist. Like I find songs from all of those different genres to be appealing when they're done well. And this was also a really fucking cool follow up to the last song in terms of the feedback I gave about layout and how a song doesn't have to follow a specific formula to be a fucking dope song. Because when this song started and it was kind of a verse into like bridge into hook, I expected to jump into like another verse, and it didn't do that. It just kept progressing into this unique kind of like it gives you the vibes of like that garage band vibe of these guys fucking jamming together, and it like really makes me think as a listener, these guys enjoy what they're doing and they enjoy working together and fucking building stuff, and that's always fucking cool, and like that always bleeds through on the quality of the product afterwards. Even if what like Space said, I didn't hear any specific problems with the mix for me. I thought the track sounded fucking really good for a demo. Like it's beyond my ability of even knowing what to critique to make it better. But obviously, Space has been engineering music of all kinds for a lot longer, so he hears specific things or knows little other things he would add and do and tweak. But for somebody who's got just the basics down, this shit sounds fucking nice. The vocal style reminds me a lot of Stone Sour and fucking Corey Taylor in a lot of points, specifically with like the melodies. Like it sounds a lot like some of those tracks, and even like the layout of the track too. Like they're very not afraid to be experimental and innovative with how they lay stuff out, and that's something that I've appreciated with what I've heard of any kind of originals from Warden, is that these guys are a collection of talented fucking dudes, and they all are willing to fucking flex their muscles and put in the work to, you know, they don't just want to shit out a fucking track and shit out a track and shit out a track. They want to make fucking dope music. And this, I think, is a perfect fucking example of that. This track was fucking awesome. I really liked it. I'm definitely giving it a yes. We're definitely putting it on the playlist. I want to hear more from Warden, man. And I also, the other thing I will say in terms of like this being a demo and even being a year old, and I know Space fucking knows this better than any of us from personal experience because he's been in a metal band. As an artist, hip hop is easier than a fucking metal band by a lot because you are one man. You can drive your own fucking stuff. Now, if you're in a fucking group and you're doing group stuff, you start to learn. It's harder to get everybody on the same page, on the same, you know, timetable, get together to practice. Like this is a band of dudes that are taking their fucking time and committing and clearly coming through and getting together and doing stuff. And I know they do a lot of shows too, so it's like I really want to hear a fucking full-length album of original Warden music. I really do. But I do understand that like it takes a little bit more time for them to kind of turn around and put that content out for a lot of reasons. I got nothing but respect for those guys. I mean, I don't know them as well as I hope to in the future as we continue to, you know, fucking build with those guys and do events. And I know they're very close with Mad World, but like that whole fucking group of dudes has been stand-up dudes. We were fortunate enough to do a show with them a couple weeks ago for a benefit up in Sturgeon Bay. Those guys came through and donated their time like all the other artists, and they're signed to a promotion company where they get a guarantee where they went out of their way to donate their time to the cause. And then the other thing I thought was extremely dope is all those guys stuck around. They actually opened the show, they stuck around, and they watched the rest of the acts. And that's the respect that transcends genre in musicianship. And those guys definitely carry themselves as professionals. And I see bright things for those guys. The longer they stick together and keep doing stuff, like the sky's the limit for those dudes. They're doing it the right way, man. And I really fuck with what they're doing. And that's always cool when you fuck with what somebody's doing and they make dope ass music. Sometimes it's one or the other, but not with these guys. What's next, Nate Nasty?
Every Day by Mischief.
Every Day by Mischief.
Let me know when
Check
y'all
it
are
out. I'm in.
Are you in there yet?
That's what she said.
Yeah. It's my everyday, man. Fuck it. Listen. Wake up in the morning, stretch and wipe my eyes. Get dressed, grab coffee, Newport for the rise. Sit on the porch, get high, check economy vibes. Text my daughter and make sure she's doing alright. Next I'm out the door, gotta get to the job. Put in that 8 hours, whether I like it or not. Clock out, drive home, grab a shower, a meal. Back to the basement, write rhymes long as I feel. My life's not sugar-coated, it's too goddamn real. Take away from myself, only way I'm gon' heal. Built for self, these suits, I hand you a wrong deal. What you make, 40K somewhere in that ball field. Work to make it work, literally sacrifice years. Just to jump on stage and say that we made it here. Blessed with gifts, most days I just hate this shit. The average man works just to make another man rich. This is my everyday, I wake up, deal with this shit. Will I get through it? Most days it's hit or miss. Don't know where I'm going, just stay consistent. Work your vision, only move with wisdom. This is my everyday mindset when I wake. Trying to catch time while life is flying away. Build wealth through self so the future is bright. I need my grandkids to be alright. I don't know what I'm doing here, just living my life. Trying not to catch a bid on the road late night. While they fight over a crown, you can hand me the thorns. Before he birthed me, he really knew what he was doing. Stay grounded in common sense, struggle with faith. They do coke on a plate while they suffer and pray. Wait for a sign or cast a line and go fishing. Listen, no human was meant for these living conditions. What I'm spitting is gifted, pen lifted precision, carried in humbleness and guided in wisdom. From detention centers to prison, caught in the system. Drop out the college degree, living open abyss. I'm seeing the lowest, the lows, the ultimate highs. Shed blood, tears drop, you see the pain in my eyes. That heartbreak definite, goodbye is imminent. Fuck the world, just jump on stage and kill this shit. This is my everyday, I wake up, deal with this shit. Will I get through it? Most days it's hit or miss. Don't know where I'm going, just stay consistent. Work your vision, only move with wisdom. This is my everyday mindset when I wait. Trying to catch time while life is flying away. Build wealth through self so the future is bright. I need my grandkids to be alright. I wrote this song at 4 a.m. just sitting on the porch. Took me 2 hours, 3 verses and a chorus. It's nothing for me to spill my life on a page. Best way to deal with all this anger and rage. Caged out of respect to not disgrace no names. They know who they are, we let them pay at the gate. I'm not the maker, I won't judge you for your ways. I'll let you take that hot ride where Hades awaits. Revenge is for the weak, strength in keeping the peace. So we just show them success as long as they breathe. I had higher hopes, I stand a part of the scene. Take a walk on these streets, this your vision of free. This what you see when you fed us the American dream. Poverty families can't even afford a lease. When you're poor there's no peace, just famine, disease, death, murder, viruses, wars and vaccines. This is my everyday, I wake up, deal with this shit. Will I get through it? Most days it's hit or miss. Don't know where I'm going, just stay consistent. Work your vision, only move with wisdom. This is my everyday mindset when I wait. Trying to catch time while life is flying away. Build wealth through self so the future is bright. I need my grandkids to be alright.
That was Mischief with Everyday. Space Case.
Man, actually, I really dug that. I really fucking dug that. Like, so the beat was pretty dope. There wasn't a whole lot going on. You know, not a lot of fucking transitions, not a whole lot of build up, nothing crazy. But man, like the way he fuck, I don't know, man. He did that beat justice. Lyrically, this shit was dope. Like when he started flowing, like I was like, man, I don't know. I wasn't sure I was gonna feel about the track, but like the shit he was saying, even the way he was saying it, like I don't know, man. I dug this. I dug this a lot. I like it, man. It's real shit, you know, like just talking real shit. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a yes, man. Um, the the video was a little, I don't know, the video wasn't much to it. Um, I guess with a song like this, though, it didn't need to be. And I don't know why it drives me nuts when people fucking splash live audio from a live video over the track. Like that shit drives me crazy. But I don't know, man. Like it don't bother me too much with this track, you know. Like I'm still giving it a yes.
Hell yeah. And before I pass it over to Nate Nasty, I forgot after that last track with Warden, that was the first fuck roll of the night for Warden.
Shit.
That one was an all
Good
yes.
looking out, Warden.
All the way around. We appreciate you guys, but that is one yes for Mischief. Nasty.
Right off the bat, I'm giving it a yes. You know, it's real shit coming from a real place, and like authenticity is like a major thing for me with hip hop. And with this track and the way you delivered it, I can tell it's from a real place. So it's a given. The beat was dope. The video, like I kind of wanted like different visuals. Like there's that part where you talk about how you were sitting on your porch writing and stuff. Like if you just had scenes of just recreating that, I think it would help the video a lot. But it wasn't a bad video. Yeah. So that's all I got to say about that.
Oh yeah. Hang on. I've got some fucking esophageal infarctions going on.
I'll keep going.
Oh no, you're good. Anyway. Fuck bro. I also am gonna say yes right off the bat. I thought this was fucking dope. For a lot of the same reasons they did, like real shit, authenticity, genuine artistry is something that really, really fucking hits with me. You know, regardless of the the genre, the style, the delivery, like when you're fucking doing your fucking thing, and you're fucking speaking from a real place, and you're speaking on real shit, you're automatically gonna get a bonus from me. And then on top of that, like this was very, very well done. Everything in the mix sounded really good, very clear, being able to hear everything he said, which is good because he was saying a lot of fucking dope shit. His delivery was really, really nice on this one. You know, I've heard a lot of different Mischief stuff, and he's got one of those deliveries where it's not one that I feel every time. But this one I really, really fucked with. Like I thought he sounded really, really good on this track and on this beat too. Like he really attacked it in a creative way. And the cool thing was that it wasn't as segmented the way that he changed his flows in different ways. He was just fucking speaking from the heart, so it just authentically happened in different spots where he was saying shit, and it kind of augmented his delivery. And I think that enhances the replayability of a track, so you don't get caught in the, like, you can have the dopest flow in the world, but if that's the only flow that you're rolling with, it gets repetitive. And this track was anything but. Like, it was just very, you know, nonstop, just dropping the fucking knowledge, and I thought that was dope as hell. And I really did like the beat too. And I'll mention this to you guys because I don't know if you picked up on this, but this beat is produced by Anno Domini, which goes to say that we obviously have our contentions with Anno Domini in the way that they conduct themselves as business people. But that's the thing, is like it comes from a place of people that fucking love this culture and love what hip hop is. So it's really more of a, we don't like the fucking feature shit. We don't like the fucking weird selling a fake dream, I think is how Nasty usually likes to try to put it. And I think it's a good way to illustrate it. Like, that part I think is whack. But that being said, we're also willing to be genuine where genuine is due. And those guys, you know, those guys are capable of making some fucking really dope beats. You know, that's how they got to the place that they were to be able to start doing what they're doing. So it's like, I can still fuck with the talent as a producer, but I you know, I just disagree with the business side of things. But that was just something I had to address because I know somebody's gonna be like, hey, they fucking said they liked the Anno Domini beat. I just wanted to address that. Never had a problem with the production. Of course they make some fucking dope beats. They wouldn't be where they are if they weren't capable of doing that. It's just
right.
The business practice behind it. But that's all I'm gonna say about them. Mischief, this was fucking dope. I appreciate you sending it in. I hope you keep sending us more music. This was another reason why I had to point it out there for right after Spaces, because I just had a feeling in my gut this was gonna be our second fuck bro of the night. This one was fucking nice. Nice way to fucking kick the hip hop into the fuck bro category, and not let Warden come and steal the crown for the Rock.
Right. No, another thing I just want to touch on is, you know, because you were talking about, you know, the shit he was spitting, the replayability, all that, and it's like to have that over 3 verses as well, you know, 3 verses, 3 hooks, like over that long of a duration, and being able to keep someone's interest and to make them be able to want to hear it again all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. That's something nice this day and age, man. So definitely props on that too.
Fuck yeah, major props on that. That's a lost art. I feel like we've been spoiled recently with some of the people that have sent us videos being capable of doing that, like knowledge and words and fucking people like that just sending us, and now Mischief sending us these 3 verse fucking heat rocks. What do we got next, Nasty?
Next up, we have Inside Out by Hutch Halifax.
Ooh, shout out to the homie Hutch.
Oh, shit. What up, Hutch?
I was waiting for him to respond. Fuck, bro.
Licking beats on the grind, bro. I think that I should leave right now. I feel like a disease right now. So please quiet down, cause I don't wanna hear about how I should look up in the mirror right now. Hey, I think I gotta leave right now. I think I can't breathe right now. So please quiet down, cause I forgot to live right now. We're rotting from the inside out, and I can feel it slipping away straight through my hands like some sands or the little change. I said I wanna die, I don't think I wanna try, though. Couple miles high, and I've been walking on the tightrope. Shit that's on my mind, though, could probably fill a silo. You think I'd have the answers, but shit, what do I know? I think that I should leave right now. I feel like a disease right now. So please quiet down, cause I don't wanna hear about how I should look up in the mirror right now. Hey, I think I gotta leave right now. I think I can't breathe right now. So please quiet down, cause I forgot to live right now. We're rotting from the inside out. Yo, you say that I should try and take a look at myself. Look at the road that I've been walking on. I took it to hell, and I'm just talking to myself, I guess, till it makes sense. Started way back when, and I ain't shut up since. I think that I should leave right now. I feel like a disease right now. So please quiet down, cause I don't wanna hear about how I should look up in the mirror right now. Hey, I think I gotta leave right now. I think I can't breathe right now. So please quiet down, cause I forgot to live right now. We're rotting from the inside out.
Yeah. That was Hutch Halifax with Inside Out and Say It Ain't So, a fucking Hutchy track without one fucking ya. How dare you?
Yeah, where the fuck was it, Hutch?
How dare
Yeah,
you?
man.
Nate Nasty.
Yeah.
Yo, I like this one. It's you talked on some real stuff, but you didn't. It wasn't like melancholy. It was just kind of like you're just like explaining your day, kind of. To me, it's what was the vibe I got from it. I like this one. That beat was nice. Yeah, just the content overall, relatable stuff. But yeah, who produced this? Oh, Lit Kid Beats, I think. It's the
Lit
hashtag
Kid.
you put up.
Lick Tit Beats.
Look.
Lit Kid Beat.
Lick Tit Beats. Hell yeah. I like the lick tits too.
Papa Titty Damn Funk.
Space Case.
Man, I feel like. Okay, hold up. I can hear myself again. That shit's fucking me up. I feel like this was only 2/3 of a song, Hutch. Um, that big gap before the second verse, and then going into an 8-bar second verse, and then coming back with the 8-bar hook. Um, I don't know. I actually thought that was going to be the end of the song. So I mean, I give you props on the surprise factor. But then, like, you only came in with half a hook. I mean, half a verse, and then the hook. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like the content was there, and like Hutch, man, I love Hutch's flow. I love his verse. He's always got that fucking, that fucking attitude. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm a genuine fan of Hutch's shit. And even though, like, this track definitely hit some of those marks, like the content, the flow, the delivery, um, I'm still going to give it a no because I feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel like this wasn't a whole song. And I have nothing against negative space, but like there was a lot of room for a lot of other things, and I feel like with a song like this, like some of that space should have been used and utilized appropriately. So I'm going to give this one a no.
That's
I
a no
apologize, Hutch.
No apologies. We don't fucking apologize in the dojo.
I apologize, Hutch.
We sharpen the fucking sword here.
No.
So first of all, the one thing that I want to say is, and I gotta ask Chester X this question. So Hutch is on volume 2 of Science Projects, right?
Correct.
Did you have him do a hook for that one?
Yeah, he did a hook for it.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna say, My dude, if you do not let Hutch do a goddamn hook, and he was actually on the one of the fucking dopest hooks of all time. Like Denku fucking murdered that hook.
Yeah.
But then the only thing that disappointed me was like Hutch is another one of those artists that like I've heard a lot of his music, and I'm always impressed with the fucking hook. The hook is always fucking on point with him. Like he just has a knack for writing fucking very, very like meaningful hooks. Like this hook I really fucking enjoy. Like because like I'm at the same impasse at Spaces because I definitely agree. I wish and I knew Space was gonna be like, oh, 8-bar verse into a hook. That's a no. That's a paddling. Because like I fucking when I first started making music, I did that a couple times. He's like, I hate it because it's fucking 8-bar verse into a hook. Fuck you. So I knew
not just that, but an 8-bar verse into an 8-bar hook. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
If it
So
was like a 2-bar hook or a fucking
I've received that feedback before, so I knew that was coming for your ass. And I agree in the sense that I think what you were doing on the track was dope as fuck the whole way through. So it's like I want more. I want more. I want more on the second verse. I want a third verse. I'm fucking greedy. I'm a fucking greedy fat fuck. And then Hutch, you're also on top of the hooks. Like your intro outro game is always on point. And like, where was the outro? Where was you just talking? Where was you saying your shit? Like that's the other thing that like I feel is missing from this track. That being said, like that's for you, like your quality and your ability to do it. You know, it's like you're so fucking good at that stuff. The shit that you say as intro, like you got the game down, brother. You understand it. Like I know that you sell yourself short a lot. It seems as far as like you're like I'm just doing this for fun, and that's dope as fuck. But like even considering that, you are dope as fuck. Like you're on a level way above what you might even want to do with it, and it's still cool that you don't try to fucking go put everything through there. Not everybody's got to fucking put shit on discs or put shit on fucking every streamer or anything like that. But if you wanted to, bro, you could fucking go fucking a long ways, man. Like you have all of those skills, you have all of that talent, and I've heard enough of your music to know that it's not lightning in a bottle. It's like that's just you, man. You're consistent. You always have dope content. I want more, and because I want more from this, I'm gonna give it a yes because I liked it so much that I wanted more of it. I'm not gonna punish you and hold you off the playlist because of that. Although I do understand and respect Space's stinginess on it because, like I said, he's given me similar feedback in a similar circumstance in the past. So I kind of assumed that was coming for you. And then my last thing I'm gonna say is, God damn it, if we don't get a Hutch Halifax Mickey Bourbon collaboration this year, I am gonna fucking flip my goddamn shit. Cause bro, Hutch Halifax sounds like Canadian Mickey Bourbon, bro. Like, and Mickey Bourbon sounds like American Hutch Halifax. Like, those two would make such
New Jersey Hutch.
fucking dude. Those two would make such a fucking dope track because they have like similar vocal intonations and attitude and stank on what they're doing, but like totally different accents and obviously a lot different life experience and shit. But they're both fucking so genuine and real and like authentically themselves that like, bro, those two gotta make a fucking track together because that thing would be fucking nuts. I'm gonna fucking reach out to both of you guys and tell you this. Like, I might put you guys in a group chat together, all fucking weird on Facebook, and be like, you two need to fucking make a track together because Jesus Christ, I just thought of that and it has to happen.
What's crazy about that is the track that Hutch is on for the fucking science projects. Like that's the beat I was gonna send to Bourbon, but Bourbon he never got back to me. You know, I know he's a busy man and shit, so I definitely never pressed the issue. But so I fucking sent it to Hutch instead. Man. So
imagine if you got them both on it, dude. You could have been the one. You could have been like, guess what, Pesto? These two motherfuckers are on the track. And I'd be like, oh, shit.
They probably both wouldn't have ended up on the same track, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but still.
They ought to. I gotta hear a collab between those two. And it's not just the vocal tones. It's like their fucking attitude and their fucking, like, their bravado is, like, it has such good synergy. Like, I would love to hear those two fucking do something together.
Yeah, I could definitely see that shit.
So that one's going on the playlist. It's not a fuck bro, but it is going on the playlist. And Nate Nasty. What do we have next?
Up next, we have 30 Grit with Mommy's Booth Boy dissing Jada UK and the new DR, whatever the hell that is.
Damn, who was this sent to us by? Was this sent by Brody?
I don't know. I don't have the internet. I don't have the internet.
I'll do some research while we're listening to this one and find out who sent this to us. I got some stuff to say about this whole scenario. I've been seeing some rumblings and some tumblings, and I'm definitely intrigued. So
Now, our intro to Brody was a squad track, wasn't it? With all these guys on it.
30 Grit, I don't know if he was.
Jada UK.
Jada UK has done. He's been on a lot of stuff with Brody that we've seen.
But no, it wasn't like all these guys. I've never heard this guy before, and I didn't hear Noxus until that song they both sent in.
Okay, because that name sounds familiar.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see.
30
I'll do some sleuthing.
It's like a sandpaper. Are you familiar with sandpaper? No.
I am, but I don't usually listen to sandpaper like that though. This I remember hearing something from 30, pretty sure. But all right, let's check this shit out.
I'm Jada. I know I can do this.
Jada!
Listen to your mommy, Jada.
Jada!
I make my booth hot and my butt talk.
You didn't do your chores!
Where I fit 2 cocks. After I lube the spot.
You're always in the booth!
Yeah, my boot's hot.
Jada, goddammit!
Like a teapot.
You're not teapot!
On a stove top. Makes my teeth rot.
Get out
Makes
of here!
me cheeks
and
soft.
do your fucking dishes!
That's the sweet part.
Get out of your booth!
That's my poop box. The new DR group rocks. I'm from Saline, Ohio. Let them know come down my road.
Mom, I got ho-ho.
To my home be another mystery, never closed.
Oh shit, nobody ever knows.
Clean the scene with Tide and soap until I decide to expose. Don't tell them where I hide the bodies.
Don't tell them.
And my bloody clothes.
Okay.
Right beside a cornfield behind a silo.
You know, cause they're corny.
Tied up tight and entwined in rope. Shit, that's where my weed grows. Overplayed, everybody saying it, I know.
I'm serious.
But I am your everyday legit psycho. That goes for all these rappers speaking like they made a typo. Wishing they could speak like they type though. If only their fists could move with their mouths closed. Is there any in the US trying to get smoked? Everybody in the new DR sucks. It's a speech impediment class thinking they're tough. Come here, motherfucker. I'm not a school shooter. They're like a special needs class that can only grunt and point at shit they want. Bunch of little kids putting up a front. But run when someone pull up. My ears have had enough.
It's not a booth.
Jada calls his booth a booth.
It's a booth.
Or telling what else he shoves up his ass.
B-O-O.
Saying I got an egghead.
T-H.
At least I think that's what he said. But his brains are scrambled.
Scrambled eggs.
Speech is in shambles. I like being bold, I'm sexy. I don't need a toupee. I'm just glad I don't sound like I'm from the fucking UK.
Jada!
I make the booth hot.
Did you do your chores?
In my butt talks. Where I fit 2 cocks. After I loop the spot. Yeah, my boots hot. Like a teapot.
Better not be messing with LRN!
On a stove top. Makes my teeth rot.
He's going to fucking
Makes me
kill
cheeks
you!
soft. That's the sweet spot. That's my poop box. The new DR
He will
rock.
kill you!
In my boom box.
Jada!
Makes my boots hot. In my tube
And when he
socks.
comes here,
You don't sell Glocks. Come here, motherfucker. The UK don't sell Glocks. So I'm not too
I'm
hot.
not going to stop
Let's
it!
connect dots. I would get dropped by Sir Lancelot. That's right, motherfucker. I will stomp your motherfucking head, dude. I will fucking cut your head off, motherfucker. Pussy bitch.
That was 30 Grit with Mommy's Booth Boy. And it actually took me the entire duration of the song to find out who the fuck sent that to us. Because I could not find the original email that was sent to me. Because I think I've done, like, where if I forward them, sometimes I'll delete them so that I know that I've already sent them. So that must have been one of those. But that was sent to us from our good old pal, Brody Dudester.
Okay.
That being said, Jester Exodus, lead us off.
Man, I, I don't know. He said some clever shit, you know. Um, I I don't know. When people get that clever with it, I feel like they have the potential to make a proper diss. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this was it. Um, but I don't know. It sounds like sound quality wise, like it sounds like he was potentially standing away from the mic quite a distance when he recorded it, or he was either standing right in front of a fucking window or something. I don't know. Um, the mix could definitely use some help. When you make a diss, though, it's not always about the mix. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a no. It was an entertaining listen until he got back to repeating the shit that he was saying in the beginning in the intro, and then just kind of going on and on and on with it.
All
Yeah,
right. Be nasty.
I think, yeah. So yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna give it a no.
also gonna give it a no because I mean I don't think it was a very good diss because I didn't hear anything of what um the beef is about or anything like that. No details. It's just like some guy talking shit. Sounds kind of familiar, like another rapper who recently came up short.
I
Um,
wonder who the fuck that could be.
yeah, yeah. But there's a silver lining and a red herring here. I mean, what? No, yeah, I'm gonna give it a no because it wasn't a good. It's a diss song, but it wasn't a good diss, and it also wasn't a good song. I don't think it was the mix. I think it was the rapper. There were a few things that you said that were like funny, like, but it was more funny not so much as a bar. It was more funny as in like imagining this as slam poetry. But
That's fair.
when I hear a diss track, I want to hear what the beef is about, like what started it, like you know the whole like you're a bitch, you like dicks in your butt, and then just proceed to make fun of
Right.
his
Well, and
accent.
it's like we
The rest of it,
can we can address that like the intro. It was the disc that was dropped last week that I was part of. Anybody that wants details on that, it's in the fucking song. Like we're done talking about it. Beyond even addressing at this point. Everything's been addressed. Um, and that's the thing too. Is like when I was constructing that, just like Nate said, I found it very, very pertinent and important. If you're gonna do a diss song, you have a reason to be dissing somebody. Um, what should be going into that diss track is the facts and the situation and the reason that you're dissing the person, because otherwise, it's very hard for somebody that is completely unaffiliated with either of you to make any kind of declaration on what the fuck even happened and who won, when none of those facts are presented for us to be able to make a decision about. So it's a situation where you're kind of like forcing listeners to be like, hey, if I want to know anything about this, I got to reach out to this person. I ain't gonna fucking do that. I just spent however long listening to the song, and I don't know anything about what the fuck is going on here. So to me, you fell flat there. Um, I think that like the making fun of the accent in the beginning and doing that, like that was funny, but it went on too long, and then I was like actually starting to worry. I was like, is this actually how this guy raps? And this is how this diss is gonna be the whole fucking time? And then you did that again at the end, so it was like that was your hook. So it was like even if you did the hook in the, I don't think. Let's say first of all, diss tracks no fucking hooks. Like unless you're on the level of somebody that's like fucking Tupac big or you're fucking Nas big and you're making songs that is a diss track for replayability on top of being a diss track, then fine, put a hook in it. But if you're doing a diss track and you're on the fucking level that any of the people that are sending that shit to us are on, just state your fucking bars. Like that's what it is. Just bar out. That's what it's supposed to be about. And if you can't do that, probably shouldn't be dissing somebody because you're missing the whole point of what's supposed to be accomplished there. So it's You know, when you did get into spitting, like, yeah, you did say some funny things, and like as a roast session, fine. But this sounds more like playful banter to me than legitimate diss. There wasn't any kind of real facts. There wasn't any like, yo, this guy fucked my bitch, or I fucked his bitch, and she gave me some fucking steak cheese, or something fucking crazy, or Brody fucked his bitch, and now I'm fucking mad about it. Like, I don't know what happened here, dude. Like, it's just it's a mystery to me. And on top of that, I'm gonna address that I have been seeing some rumblings and goings on from our good old pal Brody Dudester. I saw that he just dissed this guy recently, dropped the track, and then I also saw he posted a video on YouTube of him like being like, you know, 30 Grit wishes he was this buff. And I just want to say, both of those things, I didn't listen to all of the diss because I'm hoping that you fucking send it to us, and I'm saving it for that. But I watched a little bit of the video of you fucking just flexing in the gym, and it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious. The trolling, fucking on point. Like, hell yeah. You go, Brody. I want to hear the whole fucking story. I hope your fucking diss track has more facts in it. I've heard you diss before, and you've won the last fucking diss battle you were in, according to us. So, so keep bringing bodies to our doorstep, and fuck, bro, we'll let you know.
That's what it is.
Yeah, this was a yuck, bro. What is next, Nathaniel Nest?
So next is the one that we had talked about, regarding whether or not this is someone sending in somebody else's music.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say we would put that to the end of the list, not for today, but for a different time. But we can address it. We can pull it up if you want to do that. I'll let you make the call.
This would be the last song for the night. Do you guys want to end it on this one? Like, I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm not familiar with.
Let's not. Yeah, let's. We'll tell you once we end stuff. What's going on here? Basically, we have a situation where there's a possibility that somebody is being trolled, or there's a possibility that somebody's got somebody else sending in their music on their behalf. Anyway, this person and I corresponded, and they kind of explained that they didn't even know music was being sent into us, and it wasn't from them. I did a little bit of digging on the email, and it definitely points to signs that he definitely wasn't lying about that, so somebody else is sending this in. And I want to do further investigation and kind of find out if there's a nefarious intention on it. Because I'll say this right now, if you want to send in other people's music for us to review in the hopes that we dunk on them, then be a man. Move. Well, no, it's fine if you want to do that, but be a man and send it from your fucking email so we know who's sending that shit to us, so that when that person reaches out to us and gets mad, we can say, you gotta talk to this guy. And we can handle how they feel about our response to their music, and I have no problem with that, somebody getting upset about the feedback we give. But for the intentions of you guys sending in somebody else's song, if you're not willing to tell them you're sending in their music, we're not going to do that. So we're not going to partake in that. I have no problem, like I said, if you want to dunk on somebody, if you think somebody sucks and you want to send their music to us and have us, we'll give you an honest feedback. If you think it sucks, we'll tell you we think it sucks. And if you want to fucking send it to them then and go, ha ha, see, these guys think you suck too, you are a bitch, I fucking support that. I'm fine with that. That's fucking cool. It is what it is. But if you're gonna make a fake email, you're gonna pretend like you're sending in stuff, and you're this person that's sending in their own music, in the hopes of trying to bring down another artist, and you're not even willing to fucking identify yourself, then I'm not willing to participate in your charade. So we're gonna put that one on the back burner until we do a little bit further research. And I'll let Nate Nasty pull up another one because we've got plenty.
This is Tipsy by Micah Wharton.
All right.
As soon as it loads.
Holy shit, that video is bright as fuck. All right.
Hell yeah, bitch. That's even through the sunglass lens.
Yes, I'm fucking dying here. Fuck bro.
Southside Madison. Yeah. Pen Park, you heard me? Barrett and Fisher. Yeah. R-A-R-E. Hey.
Snake on the beat.
So tipsy. She say she wanna hit me. Yeah. Wanna get lit with me. Dog, I'm so crispy. Ha. That's just what it is, be. With that bullshit, you can miss me. Dog, I'm so tipsy. Yeah. She say she wanna hit me. Wanna get lit with me. Dog, I'm so crispy. That's just what it is, be. With that bullshit, you can miss me. Yeah. Living like a legend, stepping with my weapon. No, it's not the question. When I get the stack, I stretch it. Sensing the aggression, you know I be in possession. Every murderous weapon before you get the flexing. Yeah, y'all rappers like break sound force. Lose the illusion, keep it moving like a Porsche, of course. Yeah, I keep holding the torch. Man, I got these rappers beat like borscht. I could give a fuck about a formula. Keep my enemies close like I was born to form with them. Bates, yo, my traits not normative. No, I ain't no savior, my behavior not conformative. I plan to protect the broken, I have more to give. You wanna feel a cold steel, it gorge you quick. Hey, I'll be up on your porch with this. You don't wanna test it, dog. You can feel the mortal kiss. So tipsy. She say she wanna hit me. Wanna get lit with me. Dog, I'm so crispy. That's just what it is, be. With that bullshit, you can miss me. Dog, I'm so tipsy. She say she wanna hit me. Wanna get lit with me. Dog, I'm so crispy. That's just what it is, be. With that bullshit, you can miss me. Yeah. I don't battle cause I don't have to. Get your respect by blowing right past you. Nah, I ain't going nuts, I'm going cashews. A self-sponsored innovator. Liable to lock you inside refrigerator. Yeah, my biggest fans be my biggest haters. Faster than Flow Rider and wilder than Tyler, the creator. This is Crash, not the one with Ludacris, but the one with James Spader. So tipsy. She say she wanna hit me. Wanna get lit with me. Dog, I'm so crispy. That's just what it is, be. With that bullshit, you can miss me. Dog, I'm so tipsy.
Yo, so I wasn't like a big fan of this one. I don't know. I think it was just the video was fun to watch. The falling over and just generally layheeing around, you know. But I didn't like the pause before the second hook. The hook wasn't really a big hit for me either. The verses weren't like bad. I don't know. I feel like they weren't complete. Like I feel like he could have done more with it, but and because of all these reasons, I'm going to say no. But I do want to hear more from you, just so I get a better feel of what you're trying to accomplish as an artist. Like if this was like a one-off, or if this is how you like approach everything, you know? Yeah, like in an early episode, I want to say.
Oh my god, dude, that whole time my mic was muted. Holy shit. That whole time
Really?
after that last track, yeah.
I heard you, but
I know you heard me, but no one else heard me, so I'm gonna have to have Bump cut that out.
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties, but anyway, on that last track, Rare MC, I want to preface this by saying absolutely not my style, but I'm trying to figure out better ways to counteract that and not really hold that against people, because it's not really, there shouldn't be good music that I don't necessarily vibe with. I think that the hook had some clever wordplay in it, and I definitely appreciate that, but it just felt like it was missing something, some kind of fullness to it. So it didn't really blow me away. And then the contents in the verses too, it just didn't really, it didn't really grab me, man. I think that just wasn't really a subject matter that really hits home with me in a big way. And kind of like that, more of that club aspect of it. So it's just something that it wasn't my favorite track. I do think there's definitely a lot of good stuff about it. Like the video was fucking on point. Like, that video was fire. I think it fit the track really, really well. Like how Nate said, you just lay Ian around, which was fucking hilarious, and definitely fit the track. But I think like the parody of the serious tone to it, along with like the just fucking around, like when I saw you stumbling around, I kind of thought it was going to be a serious, more heartfelt track about addiction or alcoholism or something, and then it kind of became more of a club glorification of it, and that's where it kind of loses me in terms of like the impact for me as a listener, because it's just not something that I can relate to in a big way. I think the way you spit was alright. Like I think the verses were alright, but nothing really blew me away in a big way. I appreciate that although you were using auto-tune, you didn't fucking way overuse auto-tune and completely take over what you were doing with it. So shout out to you on that. But man, it's one where I'm like kind of on the fence, but I just can't push this one over the goal line. So I'm also gonna have to give this one a no. Yeah. With that being said, this episode has been brought to you by our sponsor, Jockness Monster Entertainment, who's got a brand new video dropping with Lobotomized Geniuses. What is that? April.
I forgot.
April. It's like 27th or something.
Yeah.
Follow fucking Lobotomized Geniuses and Jockness Monster Entertainment on Facebook, and you will see the fucking video with the release date and not have to rely on these two stoned, absolutely dumb fuck bros trying to fucking tell you when their shit's dropping. We're not reliable sources, but our social media pages are sometimes. Also, sponsored by Jockness Monster Entertainment. Jockness Monster, for all of your inner bovine facilitative needs. He just has the hobby and the passion to go elbow deep into cows and horses and any other large land mammals, and really just kind of release some pressure and just get in there and do work. So if you got something stuck in your cow's ass, hit up our homie Jockness Monster Entertainment. He's really, really cheap. He just does it for the love of the game. You cover his transport costs.
So if your mom gets constipated, call the bro.
Yeah, call Jockno. Warp.
Fuck bro.
Fuck bro. This has been another episode of Fuck Bro. Thank you guys for joining us.